I chose to do embroidery because I've always admired the beautiful creations people make, and I think it's a wonderful craft where you can really let out your creativity. The supplies used are an embroidery hoop, embroidery floss, which is the thread, fabric, an embroidery needle, and scissors. And here is a picture of the supplies plus scissors. The first step to embroidery is setting up your embroidery hoop. First, you get your embroidery hoop and you unscrew the top. You take out the center smaller piece and put it on your desk, and you get your fabric and lay it on top of the smaller inner hoop. You get the larger hoop and put it over both the cloth and the smaller hoop. Straighten out the fabric a bit. You pick up your embroidery hoop and tighten the top. Next, you need to prepare your embroidery floss and needle. First, you get the embroidery floss and your scissors, and you cut the appropriate length. Then you take one end of your embroidery floss and tie 2 knots. Next, you get the opposite end of your embroidery floss and you string it through your embroidery needle. Now you are ready to start embroidering. First, you will grasp the embroidery hoop with one hand and the needle with the other. You will take the needle around the back side and poke it through and pull the thread all the way through. You will poke back down and pull the thread through again. You will repeat these steps to complete the basic running stitch. I really enjoyed this craft because I was able to do it in many settings, like while watching TV or talking to people, so I felt more productive that I was also able to create something of my own. The basic stitches were pretty easy, but I wanted to learn more, so there were more complex stitches that I had to watch over and over on YouTube until I could finally get it. But I would say basic hand embroidery is pretty easy. My biggest challenges were straight lines and French knots. As I was learning, I realized I should draw out my line so then I could follow along on the line, and that helped. And I just practiced the French knot a lot and I finally got it. To grade up this activity, you could teach more stitch variations, and you could also draw out more complex patterns to follow. In order to grade down this activity, you can either draw lines or dots on the fabric to help guide placements. Also, this peace sign example is another version of grading down with using similar skills. I did this project with my clients where I work. I hole punched a plate and the students still had to work on the process of threading through up and down. There is really no limit to the types of clients who could benefit from this activity. Aging men and women who are becoming more stationary but looking for meaningful sitting activities. There could be individuals with disabilities who need to work on fine motor skills and directions. There could be rehab clients, especially hand therapy patients. For the children and youth and mental health patients, if anybody of them finds this activity to be meaningful, it has many benefits. It could also be used in the work environment, and it could be used as a distressor. This activity reflects my social and cultural background because I grew up with my grandma embroidering and sewing and knitting, so this made me feel closer to her. Also, this represents me a lot because my name is on it, and also I'm so proud of this piece, and I can't wait to show all my friends. So my final project means a lot to me because I'm always known as an outside, extremely active person. This project proved to myself that I can do individual sedentary activities and really enjoy it.